No, of course not.
The speed would, like, we've been over the speed a million times. I'm sure you're sick of having to type it out to people and stuff on the internet. I guess, like, all the information that anyone would need to know about the impossible speed of the airplane would be found in your affidavit that you sent.
Right.
Like, I was reading through that, and you basically have everything covered in that, right?
Right. And recently people have been saying, oh yeah, but he did it in a power dive, and what they don't understand is aerodynamics doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether you're in a dive or going straight or going up or down or upside down. The laws of aerodynamics apply to an airfoil. So it doesn't matter if you dove from 20,000 feet.
The impossible speed myth is one of the most damaging, calling into question the speed of the aircraft prior to its impact with the South Tower. Its most virulent form is a video by an entity called Pt.8.HD, but it is being endorsed by such sites as Scholars for 9/11 Truth, whose homepage carries the motto, exposing falsehoods and revealing truths. Then, only a few lines from the top, new evidence, Flight 175 impossible speed. Next, an unequivocal statement from the editor, proof of video fakery. And the link is to the Pt.8.HD video, which opens like this. Yet the impossible speed myth is one of the biggest falsehoods imaginable. That a group calling themselves scholars didn't do some checking is quite incredible. While Googling impossible speed may be easier, the Federal Aviation Administration's information is rather more accurate. A personal search may take some time, but brings its own reward. However, a direct link to the relevant document is included in the information about this video. If you open the document, what you'll be looking at is the Type Certificate Data Sheet A1NM for the Boeing 767 series of aircraft. And if you search for speed, you'll find this, airspeed limits, the first line of which is the relevant one. Translating the jargon, VD means vertical dive or maximum dive speed, and KCAS stands for knots, calibrated airspeed. Multiplying the speed in knots by 1.151 gives the speed in miles per hour, which means that the Boeing 767 is permitted to fly and fly safely at 483 miles per hour at altitudes up to about 18,000 feet. This would, of course, include the altitude of 700 feet.
Hey, Jeff?
Hello?
I have John Rentipol on the line. He's going to try to help you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
I may need to refer your question to our flight test branch. Pam said it's something about an airspeed limit, but I can at least try to do a good job getting you to the right person finally.
Well, yeah, I was looking on the internet and I came across this A1NM file, Type Certificate Data Sheet.
Okay.
And it had airspeed limits. And under that it had the line, it says VD equals 420 knots calibrated airspeed to 17,854 feet per 0.91 m above 23,000 feet linear variation.
Yeah.
Now, does that, I'm just trying to understand what that line means.
Okay, so as you, what that's telling you is given those additional lines showing Mach number versus altitude, you would plot 0.91 Mach number at 23,000 feet. That would be a point on the chart, and then you draw a straight line from that point to the 420 knot 17,000 foot point, and that line becomes your speed limit between 17,000 feet and 23,000 feet.
Okay, because someone had explained it to me as that line that we're talking about indicated that a plane could go 500 miles an hour at 700 feet altitude. And
that's not the intent.
So that has no indication that it's saying that the plane could go like 500 miles an hour.
No.
Busted.